This hangout is on the air live. Hello, hello, hello. If anyone's out there to my call, when we are. Okay, I'm on the air. Can't believe I'm in charge to mini cams and no, I don't want to do that. I want to go mini cam. Okay, here we are. Hello, Mike the Snake. Yeah. Okay, nobody's on. CPU usage needs hanging out on this line. The grill, a full, I got a full processor running and it's saying it's high. I must be coming in really, really good. Okay. Uh, I get it. Yeah, it's, yeah. This is objects. Okay. Let me go to objects. And then I the firewall. Hello. It's early tonight. I have to be early. I have to do this show early just because I gotta go to bed in about 2 hours. I got 2 hours, and I'm out here tonight doing another show, and I have to be early because, well, you know how it is. Covert report, anarchy in the USA and everywhere else. I would play that, but I think I may be flagged for it. Mhm. I should play that. I don't think Covert would come after me. Let's see what Covert does. Okay. Well, it's not really on here. I'm not going to play this just because, you know how YouTube is. They flag you. Anyways, um, let's see what I got. Okay, I got our YouTubers. And nobody's on here on Sunday night, and therefore I can do this. No, not Titan TV. What the hell did I go to Titan TV for? You know what's on tonight? Once Upon a Time is coming up at 8 o'clock. That's not right. Uh, uh, Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. Okay. I am looking for something I don't have, so I'm going to close this page altogether. And go back here. I can post my link here on my Google page, or you can come in. If you don't get it, sometimes they don't get it. Uh, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, say something. Wow, not working. Okay, I have to say something. See now. And then for space. Oh, I get it. It's not a joke. There we go. And I'm waiting for people to come on. A Sunday night. It's gotta be boring right now. Gotta be boring. You don't see anything. Uh, okay, I started to hang out. It's already started, and I don't have to start it again and have a duplex going on here. Okay, nobody's coming on. I'm scratching my shaved face. I do it. Okay, nobody's home. And, I'm just going with this. I don't care. You guys will come on here eventually. You got the invite. It's just a matter of time to show up, come on, and talk. Okay. I'm going to go on to news today. Find the news today. Okay. News today. InfoWars news today. Out of it. Friday. Gold took a dip today, at least Friday. Silver is doing what? Silver is $19.50 an ounce. That's a good price. If you want to go out and buy silver, you can do it right now under Friday's price. If the coin stores are open for this. Let's see. Where's Rinse at? I thought I had Rinse on this. Rinse is apparently on the other channel, and I have to go there. Google Michael Crap. And then open the page up. Michael Crap. What do we got? Rinse. Okay, here's the headlines for Rinse. You've got to see RENSE.com. Rinse. Alright. Albacore to New Mexico. Fake nuke science draws full fallout. Explosion at Hanford plutonium finishing plant hidden. Birth rate in Japan at new low. Owls along Pacific coast bleeding. Drones show current status at Fukushima destruction. WIPP destroyed bags found above nuke material underground. State Senate Fukushima damaged oceans, devastating the environment. Even small amounts of radiation wreak biological havoc. Don't you know? Voice recording from missing flight 370 was edited. That's right. They're lying to you. The plane ran down the Garcia. That's where it's at. If not there, it's went to Israel. Anyways, what haven't we been told about cargo on 370? That's an interesting news article. We'll bring that up. Let's see what we got. 11 terrorists with links to Al-Qaeda have been arrested on suspicion of being involved in the disappearance of MH370. Suspects were arrested in the capital of Kabul. A group of 11 terrorists with links to Al-Qaeda, the toilet, were yesterday being interrogated on whether they are behind the disappearance in the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. The suspects were arrested in the capital of Kuala Lumpur and the state of Kedah last week are members of a violent new terror group said to be planning to bomb attacks in Muslim countries. Really? The intelligence come after international interrogators, including the FBI and MI6, asked for a militants whose ages from 22 to 55 include students, odd job workers, young widow and business professionals to be questioned intentionally about MH370. Question the entire thing. I know that plane wasn't brought down in any other country than the military base. Obamacare, abomination care. Is that what I'm hearing? Anyways. Okay. I missed that. Radicals seen shooting people in Odessa, burning building. Really? Our brother Nathaniel is Putin's next move in Ukraine. NATO's second says Russia is now an enemy, now a partner. Oh, really? You know, if they put sanctions on Russia, that Europe will suffer because of it, because Russia is supposed to be a good guy. Oh, yeah. Not anymore. Not in the eyes of abomination. Okay. We got World War III coming, and it's coming soon. And you just don't see it. I see it coming real fast. Koran corporations and the god of global war. Koran is an artist. I don't know if you know of him on Rents.com, but this guy is cool. He's real cool. Everyone is under surveillance now, according to Snowden. Snowden is a hero. That's right. He's a hero. He's pointing all this stuff out. Okay, Obama mocks himself and Putin at press dinner. 6,000 more U.S. jobs lost in April. 6,000 more jobs. Now remember, anyone who does get a job is a temporary job, and they're counting it as, look, it's only 6.7 now. We got jobs. Nah, the actual total of unemployment is 47%. It's almost half the U.S. is unemployed and not looking. We're in like dire straits. I did not open this up. Okay, nobody's on here. Oh my god, I gotta close this. I got one viewer, no one's talking, and I'm just going through the headlines that's on Rinse. There's a lot of them. Many headlines. Sunday Herald supports Scotland yes vote. Hmm. Shammed Max Clifford client sex secrets in Brown book. Brit aid money put into gated community malls. This is British news. I mean, it's out there. You guys are in a police state, same as we are. It's very Farage, EU fostering organized crime. Now this is Farage. You know Farage. Everyone knows Farage. He's the only one speaking out and telling everything. He's actually out there talking. I see if there's a video here. Apparently not of Farage saying this. Farage is my hero in the England European news. The Guardian came up with this. Nigel Farage enlargement of EU creates gateway for organized crime. Well, they're all criminals. They're all working in the mafia. Don't you know? I have not been listening. Farage knows. God knows a lot. They tried to kill him, in a plane crash, and it didn't work. it's like it's like watching it's like watching Barnabas Collins in the movie where he said, "You're a stone." No, they tried that and it didn't work. Anyways, or 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 man. If there's one movie you gotta watch this week, it's on Hulu. It's called Frankenhooker. You gotta watch it. You just gotta watch Frankenhooker. I give that thumbs up, and it's an awesome movie. It's in Hulu, and you gotta go there and see it. You will laugh your ass off. And it's a great movie. Anyway, saving baby bears from the trash can video. Yeah. 11 circus performers injured as cable snaps. Cartels, crime mobs target food and hunt for wealth. Hmm. Fight food fraud. Buy local. Prepare it yourself. Aspartame, the taste that kills, causes suicide of brain cells. Yes, it does. You drink Diet Coke, you deserve what you get. Oh my golly. Breast implant triggering new cancers, warn scientists. Voice decoding in Morph City. I mean, this is stuff that's going on. These are headlines that you may not have heard. And this is on rense.com. RENSE.com. Now check that out while you're listening to me. Car's engine stalled by UFOs, part two. Why ET don't introduce themselves to us? I wouldn't introduce myself to a new world if it was like this. I'd be dissected or something. Okay. Odessa Inferno victims poisoned by unknown substance. Well, that's worth clicking on and finding out the answer. Odessa Inferno victims poisoned by unknown substance. Many victims of a major fire at trade union building in southern Ukrainian port city of Odessa have died instantly because of poisoning by unknown substance, says top Kiev officers. Many people died by jumping from the fourth and fifth floors, while others died of carbon monoxide or burned to death. It was at the accident scene and saw a great number of dead people. It was evident that they died instantly, very quickly. Ukraine's first deputy prime minister, Vitaly Yarema, told journalists at the briefing in Odessa on Saturday. This means that some substance burned which generated gas, and this gas quickly affected people who lost consciousness and died on the spot. Yarema said the Odessa's trade union house confrontation. On May 2nd, at least 38 people were killed in Odessa after the building where the pro-Russian activists had taken shelter then set ablaze. Four others also died during crashes between pro-Moscow and pro-Kiev demonstrators in the city. I can't go on with the article. You'll just have to look it up. PressTV.io, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. What else is going on in the world? I mean, these were just the headlines, and I read some of the articles. Kerry, Russia must stop supporting pro-Russian separatists. He's under indictment for Benghazi and everything. Oh my God, he's in trouble. Goodbye, Kerry, for sucking the whatever of Israel. You're getting your piece of meat. Anyways, MSNBS, uncertain who caused Odessa hellfire. Desperate Kiev junta military in complete disarray analysis. Washington responsible for fascist massacre in Odessa. And they sent their what do you think we got going on over there? You think these rebels and everything are rebels of that country? No, no, no. Mercenaries. You'll find out. sooner or later. Scientists report 25 new cases of deadly MERS now in U.S. Oh, really? Now we have MERS in the U.S. Hmm. This is all in the rinse. Paul spots UFO at Springsteen concert, and there was one that flew over and decided to take a peek. I mean, do you really believe we're alone in the universe? Do you? We're not alone. We have visitors coming here all the time. We send out radio waves from 1950s onto today, and you don't think these people are coming by and take a look? You're not paying attention. Uh, Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Human brain works 9,000 times faster than a PC. You wonder why the UFOs abduct people. I'll just leave it at that. Human brain works 9,000 times faster than a PC. I'm just telling you. I remember a story in UFO magazine that talked about that they were harvesting human brains to be computers. Oh well, anyway, our lonely home in nature, bureaucrats versus oligarchs. You don't always know what you're saying, do you? You open up the article and take a look at it. What's this about? Curiosity. Be serious. If you think you know what you just said, think again. People can be tricked into believing they have just said something they did not. Researchers report this week. The dominant model of how speech works is that it is planned in advance. Speakers begin with a conscious idea of exactly what they are going to say, but some researchers think that speech is not entirely planned and that people know what they are saying in part through hearing themselves speak. So, cognitive scientist Anders Lind and his colleagues at Lund University in Switzerland wanted to see what would happen if someone word but heard themselves saying another if they used the intention. Then any mismatch should be quickly detected, he says, but if the feedback is instead a powerful factor in a dynamic interpretative process, then the manipulation could go undetected. In Lind's experiment, participants took a stoop test in which a person is shown, for example, the word red printed in blue and is asked to name the color of the type, in this case blue. During the test, participants heard the responses through headphones. The responses were recorded so that Lind could occasionally play back the wrong word, giving participants auditory feedback of their own voice saying something different from what they had just said. Lind chose the word gray and green, gar and grön in Sweden, to switch as they sound similar, similar, but have different meanings. After the participants heard a manipulated word, a question popped up on the screen asking what they had just said. They were also quizzed after the test to see whether they had detected the switch. When the voice-activated software got the timing just right, so that the word began with 5 to 20 milliseconds, the participant started to speak. The change went undetected more than two-thirds of the time, and 85% of undetected substitutions, the participant accepted that they had said the wrong word, indicating that speech the word has changed. But they didn't understand and so on, and why it was unclear. The results are not published this week in Psychological. The results are published in this week's in Psychological. He says he was not surprised that the deception was so successful. When he put himself through the test, he even felt that the speech exchange found it convincing, even though he knew that when the manipulators were occurring, when you say one thing, but you hear yourself saying another, something else. It's a very powerful feeling, he says. And that's not the entire article. I can go on and finish it. Barbara Davis, who studied speech production at the University of Texas in Austin, Texas, says that the work is a creative experiment that offers an intriguing challenge to the dominant paradigm of speech per plan. She also does not think this means there is no proverbial planning goal. Aiming a color is different than fluid discourse. It's a different level of complexity, she says. A lot of people would agree that there is both pre-planning and auditory feedback going on. Adults who lose their hearing can go for a long time before their speech patterns begin to deteriorate, it said, which indicates that auditory feedback is not necessary for speech. Lynn agrees that auditory feedback is not the only factor in play. If you don't have it, you can still speak, he says. But you don't have it. You probably rely on more than other types of feedback when it comes to determining the remaining of your own word and article. And you know, let's hear the entire article. And it's just me on here. No one, no comments, no nothing. Nothing in the group chat. Anywho, let's continue. A lonely home in nature. Interesting article. Brother Nathaniel curry cows before the Jews. Now, Brother Nathaniel is a Jew who hates the government of the Jewish government. And you should too. This is what I'm going to. My brain was swift-folded by my mouth. Jews don't like the truth. They really don't. Okay, there's no video here. It's just the story of Brother Nathan made a comment. His videos are awesome. Superpower for hire. What else we got? Oh my God. Zion America pseudo-sanctions against Russia by Brother Nathaniel. Like I said, he is a Jew who is converted to Christian. Listen to very well grouped even knows what he's talking about. Because uh, crap happens. God, all these headlines are just scary. Okay. Hmm. Well, I'll be right back. I want to put a soundtrack up. Hmm. And it's from someone that YouTube can't argue with. And it's Nathaniel. Nathaniel don't do sharing his data. Hmm. Wow. I missed a lot. Um, normally has a video every day. I can't. I just want to move something into the refrain. Interesting. Interesting. That doesn't matter. Otherwise, I could leave this. No, he wrote a lot of stuff. They then had video. That's interesting. He's done Rebel 90. Finally squeaking down through here before it's dead. And Nathaniel, wow, why hasn't he done a video? He's good at doing video. It must be too cold in Colorado to do a video. Interesting, as he said. Some things self-actualized people do differently. And that's a headline. Look, let's see what McGrath has to say. Wow, take a break here.
Are we headed for global financial enslavement because of the greed of multiple powerful money investors? Are we literally heading into time? Are we heading into the end of days on planet Earth? Now, I was just recently in Canada, and it struck me that there seems to every place I use a credit card asks me just to scan it, and it has a chip. That was the big question. It's available and is being used in the United States told me that she had been already had her information stolen twice and credit card information taken by identity theft twice because the RFID reader, the criminal might have. Now, that in and of itself, as I point out, in the end of the age, heading into some kind of end times.
Hello.
When you look at the events of the world that we're in now, the bear, Russia, being brought back to the position of the dominance as a world power. You look at their allegiance and their alliance with the nations. Are generally considered enemies of Israel, right? So you have this play going on.
Oh, I'm leaving then. See ya.
Coming back into superpower. Canonization at record speed of two former popes. Now, this is interesting because one of these popes, for instance, was he was a bastion of, at least that was his legacy was all about, and he railed against the idolatry of money, and he railed against what the form of capitalism we have on this planet, what it's doing to the world, how it's enriching you. Now, maybe you agree with that opinion, maybe you don't, and it's basically irrelevant. What's not irrelevant is what I consider to be potentially the beast, which is corporate special interest and greed and the lust of money and the lust of power. You know, these individuals that make up the inner workings, the behind the doors players of otherwise known as a cabal, the globalist cabal of banking elite. They're sponsoring this event going on right now in Rome. They're sponsoring. You know, there's an oil and gas giant. There's several banks. There's a giant Swiss bank, and then of course the company Nestle is sponsoring this big event with hundreds of thousands of people showing up in Rome. Now, the Catholic Church, for whatever reason, is all on board with this special interest sponsoring this event. They're saying, well, I guess it's going to be some of this, then take the money and put this event out of the
Okay. Anyways, you got to hear a little bit of that. 3 viewers. You're not talking. You can get on here. Hello, Bob Attar. You too. Come on in. Put on a microphone and start talking. Really, it's not that difficult. I only got about another 10 minutes before I shut this down. And I'm going to shut it down because I'm going to watch Once Upon a Time. What a wonderful show. Anyways, I drank all my Angry Orchard hard ciders. Oh, man. I'm trying to get out here and put this in the trash can. Oh, what a wonderful drink. Apple cider is such a wonderful drink. I'm down 2. Okay. Because they know I'm getting ready to get off here. If they don't come on here and say something. I'm getting off here only because you're not saying nothing. And I'm on here all by myself doing the show. And I have nobody wanting to come on and say anything. Give me a news headline. Give me something to talk about. I'm not shy or anything. Come on. I'm going to drink this rinse wine. It's called Cellars. Crystal Creek. It's a nice wine. I put it in the freezer and the cork came out on its own. I didn't even have to do anything.
Now, that's something that's knowledgeable for people to do. You gotta keep an eye on it. The cork will force itself out as the bottle freezes, and you'll get a cork without the corkscrew damage to the cork, and you have a perfectly good cork. I discovered that scientifically last night. I put a bottle in there, it was warm, and I said, oh, it needs to be chilled. But I left it in there about 3 hours, and the cork forced its way out. So I got perfectly good cork. Well, that's just something to be knowledgeable scientifically, if you like scientifics. And, well, let me move my mic a little closer, and we get to see it was this bottle here. Let me post this up here. This is something to show. Okay, here we go. There it is. Crystal clear in the freezer. Force the cork out of the top. Here is the cork. The cork is perfectly undamaged. I don't know how it happened. It didn't leak in the freezer, but start pushing the cork out of the top of the bottle. And I don't know. It was frozen. I had to leave the bottle in the refrigerator to defrost, but I got a perfectly good cork out of the deal. Anyways, it's S&G's, I guess. Cheers. I'm going to pour this into a nice wine glass, and I'm going to have the rest of it. Well, let's see what time. Oh, until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, be good at it, and good day. I'm going to stop broadcast now. If you're on here talking, you join in, you can talk on. If you don't join in and get on right now, this channel closes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.